Hey guys, welcome to Sledder Series. I'm your host Dave Norona, and today we're going to talk about radios. Now, I've used a lot of different radios over the years, from BCA to Garmin to Mountain Lab and some other radios, and there are a host of awesome radios that you can pick up at your local dealer. The main problem with radios nowadays is that they're capped at 2 watts through government usage. To me, this is totally ridiculous, because really safety is way more important out in the backcountry, and that's why my friend and I have, since we've been guiding, he over 10 years and me guiding with him, started using these Baofeng radios. Now, it is true, yes, these are made in China, and everybody thinks that Chinese products are crap. They're actually one of the best at making electronics and lots of different things. Same with carbon fiber. One problem is that you will find when one company breaks up in one area, another company goes down the road and makes fake. So it really is easy to find fake antennas, mics that don't work very good, and all that. Well, one thing that we've done that's really good is we've taken the guesswork out of that. We have a great source in China that we order direct from to bring to you the same radio that we trust and use. Yes, you can find it cheaper, and usually there's a reason. We can sell you a cheaper mic and a cheaper antenna, but these are the ones that we've actually worked with. My good friend Ray, who's done all the homework and then helped me, and we've used these for many years. And we sell all to tons of people all over British Columbia, Alberta, as far as ways back east down to the States. From guides to enthusiasts like us are using these radios. Now, one of the things that makes them so great is they're a dual channel 7-8 watt radio. So you can have 2 channels on it. They're 7-8 watts. I've gotten up to 15K line of sight. You're probably not going to get that on the other side of a mountain, but these work really well. And that's one of the reasons why I really switched. When you get those low watt radios, they just don't go the distance. And yes, radios are for close communication within your group. You want to be close to your friends, because if something happens bad, they can call you on the radio and you can be there. But there's lots of instances where you've got to get into zones and go down long 2 to 3 kilometer chutes where going all together is not an option. There might be avi debris in a chute you might have to go down, and the first person goes down is going to let you know that. If you're behind them, probably not going to be able to stop and go into them. So you're going to radio when you get to the bottom, and that's the way you can safely manage through avalanche terrain as well as difficult terrain that you get to in the big mountains. And these radios go that distance. That's been my experience for sure. So what we do as a package, everything comes in the box with just a Baofeng radio, regular antenna, your charger, belt clip, headset, and then we add the long range antenna that we've found to be the best, and also a Platinum Series high amp mic. Now this is really important because you need to hear it over the sound of your snowmobile. If you can't hear it when you're riding, then you're not going to stop, because you're not going to hear it. So if your buddy were to be in an emergency, you can hear you yelling, you stop your machine, turn it, shut it off, and now you can talk to them. And that's going to help you get to that person faster if it is an emergency. Again, you can find $6 mics online and on Amazon, but that's not really the mic that's going to last or do really well. So over 800 to 1,000 kits that I've sold, I've never had any problem with them. And we have done a couple of videos, so if you order one from us, we'll send you the videos, the channel list. We load them with all the FSR family service radio channels, which are BCA and Garmin. Then we load LAD, VHF, and we also load RR channels. The other great feature of this radio is that you can put it into frequency mode. So frequency mode allows you to put in any radio frequency that you want. So if you're using them for dirt biking and you're on a back road and you come across a mining group or logging group and they're not on an RR channel, they're on their own channel, punch in that frequency and you can be on their channels, and those people are way more comfortable with letting you go down those roads because there's trucks moving back. Same with when you're talking about in the winter time for that usage. If you want to use sub-channels on, say, a BCA, we don't program every sub-channel in. That would be way too many channels. Sub-channels also are not private channels. A lot of people think, and that's kind of how they're sold, is all it does is take out the squelch. So if someone were on channel 420 and your group was on channel 415, it would be like you're in the same cafe using the same internet. The more people on it, the less it works. So especially if someone talks in another group while you're talking, that's why you get that intermittent or haste, or something happens or you just can't hear the person. It's because someone else is talking on that line. So really, there's no point in being on sub channels. So, but if somebody comes along and you have one of these radios and they want to be on a sub channel, then you can also go into frequency mode. You can go on the BCA site and look at their resource page. They have every channel for every frequency for every channel. So you'd look up channel, say it was 15-5, look up the frequency for channel 15, punch that into the radio, and then you press menu 13 and it'll give you the CTSC number that you need to put in, and that's the sub-channel frequency that you need to put in. Press menu again, and then you can use the up-down arrows and go up to what would be number 5 for the sub-channel. You're on that channel. It takes about 20 to 30 seconds to do that once you know how to do it, and a couple times you practice. It's really, really easy. These radios do a lot. The number one thing is to show people that they're really easy to use. When they have a lot of buttons and functions, people get scared. Really, we make it easy. We have you a channel list. You use the one channel that you use with your buddies. And what I do is the night before, I'm like going to be on channel 20, and then everybody knows we're on that. So when they're driving up, they can have their radio on, or they can go to that channel if they get into trouble. They can even show up later in the day and they know the channel we're on. Just tune into that channel and you're off to the races. We only really change the channel if we need to because someone doesn't have a specific channel or they're bringing in a BCA or another type of radio. We just go down to 1 through 4 on a BCA. Those are the most powerful channels. Flick to that channel and away we go. We're off to the races. So again, they're really, really simple to use, and that is the point of these. No one should be in the backcountry without communication. It just is another thing in your favor. I do a lot of sled skiing, and if you're watching someone from the bottom, having on the radio, you can tell them where to go to hit cool stuff. But if you see any cracking, before that person even knows what's going on around them, you can actually tell them, avalanche, head right or left to get out of it, and now you're helping them avoid something that can be really, really dangerous. So that can also happen on your snowmobile, and it's a really good way of traveling safely through the backcountry. Hope that makes a little bit of sense to you. You can always send me a private message and ask about them, and we're more than happy to send you all the stuff that you need to know and keep it simple. And the last thing I'll talk about is that we also have a mic cover that goes over your mic, and this actually prevents it from icing up. The problem with these mics is that where you listen to is really big. It's got a big speaker and it's got a small little mic on here. So if a little bit of snow and ice gets in there, then the people can't hear you. So this prevents it from icing up from all the powder snow that you're getting, whether you're skiing or sledding. So it's kind of a must-have in the backcountry if you're using these for snowmobiling or for skiing or snowboarding. Comes as a whole package. Hit me up. We'll get one into your hands so you're safe in the mountains. We'll see you out there.